They pulled over to the side of the road. They may even have slept there, but that reminds me so much of my family. My father was in the Air Force, and every time he was transferred to a new base, we jumped into the car and rode there. We lived together in cars. And when young photographers ask me what they should do, I always tell them, stay close to home. Photographs take on new meanings after someone dies, and when I made what became the first photograph in the book of Susan of Petra, I wanted her figure to give a sense of scale to the scene, but now I think of it as reflecting how much the world beckoned Susan. She was so curious, with a tremendous appetite for experience and a need for adventure. And Petra is an ancient city in southern Jordan. It was more or less deserted for over 1,000 years. You get there by going through a long, narrow sandstone gorge that opens up suddenly to a view of a huge classical facade carved into a cliff. It's spectacular, and with enormous columns and friezes, and that's where Susan is standing. She loved art, architecture, history, travel, surprises. She knew so much, but she always wanted to find out about something she didn't know before. And if you were lucky, you were with her when that happened. I like scouting for locations for shoots. It's like being back in the car with my family. You drive around without the pressure of actually having to take a picture. I finally realized that I like the locations best without a subject in them, which brought me to landscape photography. The photographs of Vanessa Bell's house, Charleston, and Vita Sackville West Garden at Sissinghurst were taken on scouting trips. They were places I wanted to see. Virginia Woolf was very important to Susan, just as Dalloway was one of her favorite books. I did a shoot with Vanessa Redgrave at Charleston, and then one with Nicole Kidman, and the picture of Charleston here was taken from the downstairs bedroom where Vanessa Bell died. In 1993, I accepted a contract with Condé Nast Traveler explicitly because I wanted to do landscape work. They asked me where I wanted to go first, and I said Monument Valley, and they said fine. I don't know what I was thinking. It was summer. The best time to take pictures was in the early morning, around 4 or 5, at the end of the day, and the last light, which wasn't until 11 o'clock, and in between, there were long stretches of scorching, hot, bright sun.